Okay, so before I start this review, just want to say, in case there was someone who didn't know this, I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now, Avengers Infinity War has been moved to April 27. It's been moved a week earlier. So that is just freaking awesome. The hype is real, and just 1 month to go. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, express my what I think about this, and in case someone didn't know about this. So yeah, and getting that out of the way, let's get to the review. So, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Just so we're clear, I'm doing the right movie this time, right? There's no any more tour movies. Good. So, Captain America: The Winter Soldier stars Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Samuel Jackson, Sebastian Stan, Robert Redford, Anthony Mackie, Frank Grillo, and Cody Smulders. And it is the ninth movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and a lot of people's favorite. This movie is one of pretty much a lot of people's favorites list of the top 10 best Marvel movies. Maybe top five. I don't know. I would say that honestly, I like all the Captain America movies, but I don't. Maybe top 10, but I wouldn't put it in my top five. But still, this is a great movie. So starting off, I gotta talk about Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. I think this is basically her best performance as this character. The character was already a badass. This movie, she's even more badass. Speaking of other badass people, Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. You know, for a short time he was in the movie, he was just so friggin' amazing. And as well as I think Samuel Jackson best performance of the character. You know, he has the scene where he's like, you gotta keep both eyes open. Dude, that scene was so fucking awesome. So yeah, Nick Fury, a pretty damn awesome character in this movie. Okay, the Falcon, the new member of Marvel Cinematic Universe in this movie, played by Anthony Mackie. What can I say? I also really liked him in this movie. Also do love how he doesn't have the red and white uniform from the comics. I'm not a particularly good fan of that. But yeah, he was amazing in this movie, Falcon. And I really like the backstory behind the character. You know, there was like the scene where Cap and Widow, they go to Sam's house and they're like, "Oh, what do you do? Parachutes?" Oh no, and he just shows in the photos. Not seen, but later on, you see it's the wings that he used. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool. Winter Soldier. What can I say? One of the best villains of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, basically only in this movie, cause he's more of a hero now. I don't know, maybe an anti-hero. But yeah, he's played by Sebastian Stan. He just gives it a great performance. And like I mentioned in my first Avenger review, I didn't read the comics back then, so I honestly didn't know who he was. So that was really surprising. Also, the fact that I didn't really watch that much of the trailers for this movie. But so when you see that scene with him without the mask, he's like, "Who the hell is Bucky?" That scene right there, when Cap's seeing him, just fantastic. Alexander Pierce, played by Robert Redford. I mean, he was a great villain in this movie. It's just that I wouldn't really call him one of the best villains. He was just really good in this movie. A great villain. Honestly, also I do like how the chemistry between Pierce and Winter Soldier is pretty much similar to the Emperor and Darth Vader from Star Wars. But you pretty much have this mastermind. You know, you have him in charge of this really powerful character. I did find that relationship a little bit similar. Also, speaking of Star Wars, I did watch the recently on a trailer video for Captain America: Winter Soldier, and Damn, they're so right in this scene. Just funny to think about it. You know, we have Captain America with the list of all the popular stuff from the years he missed. It says Star Wars. As you know, Samuel Jackson, who portrays Nick Fury in this movie, is also Mace Windu from the Star Wars prequels. So that was really funny. When I rewatched the movie, I thought of that. Okay, so even if I was a little disappointed that Crossbones didn't appear much in Captain America Civil War, Frank Grillo does give a good performance in this movie. That pretty much just satisfies me of all the time that he didn't have in Civil War. And then also you have in this movie, there's a cameo appearance by Arnim Zola from the first Captain America movie, First Avenger. Only at this time, he's not a human. His conscience has been uploaded to a computer. And let's be honest, that's the closest thing we're gonna get to his comic book design. Cause first off, right now he's dead, and second, I don't see something like that in a Marvel movie, to be honest. Also, in the beginning of the movie, you have a scene with Batroc. He's pretty much Batroc the Leaper from the comics. Just happy that also I didn't went with the comic book costume. Cause the costume is similar, but I'm just happy, you know, he doesn't have the mask or the funny mustache. And he's pretty badass for how dumb the character is in the comics. The movie also gives us a touching scene between Steve and Peggy Carter, who's now an older woman. Like I said, really touching scene. And also introduces us to Sharon Carter. I currently don't remember if she was mentioned by name. You know, Sharon Carter in this movie. I think they always call her Agent 13. But you know, yeah, she's Peggy Carter's niece. Also, the action scenes in the movie are great. The movie can be pretty suspenseful sometimes. Not that very comedic moments, only a few of them, but still they work. The score in this movie is great. And also I like that, almost forgot that there was a name drop or Easter egg for Doctor Strange in this movie 2 years before the character got his own movie. So either the character wasn't planned yet, or I don't know what's the deal with that, but I just thought that was great how they did a name drop for him. Also, Bruce Banner is also mentioned twice, I think. You know, some great Easter eggs in this movie. And finally, there's the first post-credit scene. You have Baron Strucker, and he has Loki's scepter, and we get an introduction to Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, who will make their debut in Avengers: Age of Ultron. And you have the after-credit scene with Winter Soldier. So you have him in the museum, and he's reading all this info about him, learning who he was. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about this movie. Great movie, and I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I like all the Captain America movies. I think all of them are perfect. And honestly, I think I do like this one more than Civil War. I don't know. Maybe I gotta rewatch that one. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about this movie. I'm gonna put it at number 2 in the MCU scale. And by the way, I thought things through. I decided to change Iron Man 2. Iron Man is now number 5, Iron Man 2 number 6. So what do you think of Captain America Winter Soldier? If you like this video, hit the like button and share. If you're new here, subscribe and click the bell button so you don't miss any of our videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.